Hello YouTube, welcome. You're joining me at 5 to 12 on Monday, the 11th of November. I've just been chatting to Twitch. How are things going? I hope you had a lovely weekend. I love the background. I'm glad you like the background robotic ed. I'm a huge fan of Disco Elysium. It's amazing. And Rockshush, hello. Rockshush. Yeah, Disco Elysium is an amazing game. Everyone should play it. Yeah, I've just started. It's a public holiday in France. Well, congratulations, France, on your public holiday. What is the holiday celebrating? Do you have any exciting plans? Is it like the German public holidays where you go for a really long walk? Or is it like the Irish ones where you just wake up with a massive hangover? Whoa, you posted a load of cats. How did you post cats? How did you do that? Hey Emmett. Hey over in YouTube. How are things going? Do you want some cat tags? My cat's worked out how to climb into the gaps on my bookshelf, and it took me a long time to find him, but that's where he sleeps now. Yeah, he's snoozing on top of a pile of clothes that I've jammed into a bookcase. I don't know how he gets up there. I've never seen him do it. The mysterious two Lucys. Oh. Slightly threatening Lucys. What are we doing today? Gleam programming, yeah. So I'm gonna show you some things. If I can do it. Come on, Safari. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Safari, woohoo! Nice. Okay, so we all have Postgres. Postgres is such a good database. It can do everything. If you're starting an application and it needs a data store, probably just use Postgres. Oh, but Louis, Postgres can't scale big enough. If you can scale large enough to not fit in a single Postgres instance, congratulations on being a multi-millionaire. Congratulations on running $1 billion company. Postgres is really good. Whoa, Douglas, 12DS. Thank you very much for the Prime sub. Really appreciated. Was very loud. Let me turn my volume down slightly. Way, what a good start to Monday. It's a holiday and I've got a subscription. So, yeah, SQLite's also really good. Oh yeah, so like, you know, Stack Overflow, like the huge thing. They're just a single SQL Server instance. So not Postgres, but you know, pretty similar. And it's just on a really big computer. Like you can just do that. There is a library called Gleam PGO. It's a very old library for Gleam. Like it's five years old here. Gosh, that's really old. And this was back when we didn't really... it was because it was made early, it's before a lot of the conventions were established. Like, for example, we didn't understand that it's a bad idea to prefix all packages with Gleam _. That should be for official packages. Then you can identify if something's official and something's not. If something's official, it's called a Gleam the thing. If it's not official, you give it a name, which could be either your organization, name of the thing, or it could just be a name. You can just name it after something. Like Squirrel is just called Squirrel. Squirrel's a really good library. Twitch title. Oh, thank you very much. Let me update that. Thank you very much, Shinna, for reminding me about the Twitch title. Gleam. So I want to rename it. And there's a bunch of other things about how the code works that I would like to change, because it's just using patterns that never really caught on. So let's do that. You should have a pogo stick for the thumbnail. Missed an opportunity. Oh, that would have been good. Maybe I should call. Oh, maybe. Okay. I was gonna call it. So I was thinking. It's so Gleam PGO is a wrapper around a library called PGO. Here we go. There it is. PGO. I thought it'd be fun to call it Pog, because that is a anagram of PGO. Hello, someone called I don't know what I'm doing and what is to be done. That's a great name. That's a really good name. It makes me reflect and question things. Be slightly concerned. So I was going to call it Pog, but Sinner's just said there should be a pogo stick for the thumbnail. I was like, oh, Pogo's a really good name. Pogo's a really good name. Oh, it's already a thing. Okay, so we can't call it Pogo. Pog is not a thing. All right, it's going to be called Pog. So let's rename it to Pog, and let's do some other stuff. Hey Nina, welcome. Did we find out what this French holiday is? French national holidays. That's what it's. The 11th of November. Ah, I see. Oh, of course, it's Remembrance Day. Of course, I forgot. I'm not sure if that's a national holiday here in the UK. I don't think it is. I think you just do the moment of silence in work while you're at work. Good. Okay. So let's do some programming. Hello, Gaia Como. How's it going? I shouldn't say that in case people think that's actually how your name's pronounced. In France, they get 8 hours off. We get 1 minute off. Good, you feeling better? That is how you pronounce it. Okay. Gaia Como. It's important to pronounce it slightly different every time. That's the canonical way to pronounce it. Where is my editor? Here's my editor. Yay. And there we go. There we go. Nice. Oh yeah, and I've got all my new we've been running the Gleam developer survey. I should plug that. Everyone, you should go fill in the Gleam developer survey by going to, oops, I'm typing in the wrong box, by going to developer-survey.gleam.run, and you can fill it in and tell me things, and I will use that to inform what we do next year. So the focus for this year was language server tooling largely, and then that's gone really well. The language server's gone from being existing but not being very good to being actually really quite cracking. And so I feel like we've accomplished that enough for it not to be the main priority of the year. Or maybe not. It's the possibility that we can make a decision now. So we're going to run this community survey. It'd be lovely to learn lots about the people who are using Gleam, people who are just interested in Gleam, companies that are using Gleam, you know, who's in the Gleam world to whatever degree. And then we can use that feedback that we get from them to decide what is the thing we're going to focus on next year. And I've got some ideas what it might be, but I'm not going to spread it around because I might be wrong. And I don't want to influence people's answers. So fill in the survey if you haven't. Really, really, really do. Good. And that's the wrong button. That's the right button. And we've got 498 responses. So whoever fills not the next one, but the one after that will be number 500. Oh. So yeah, fill it in. This is great because we had less than 200 for the last one. So it's a big bump. So let's go over to PGO. And let's move that. We're going to call it, oh no, let's move PGO to Pog. And what do we need to do here? Whoop. Stop my editor complaining at me. Lovely. So we're going to change the name. Pog. Gleam binding, so the Postgres. Yeah, I guess that sort of still makes sense. Oh, this URL is wrong. It should be my name. And let's update that. And the README is going to need to change. Should I unironically use the word poggers? I'm a little bit old for this. Let's use that as the title as well. Good. So is this how we want to do it? What should the API look like? Is what I'm wondering. I think a builder would be nice for the config struct. The decoder can probably say basically the same. I want to add a time type rather than passing around tuples. I don't really like the tuples thing. And I think this is kind of rubbish. I think we can improve this. So let's do that. So let's start with the he. Oh dear, what on earth happened there? That might be because my NeoVim updated itself, so it's in a strange state. Oh, there you go. So like it's a big it's a big release of LazyVim. Ooh, exciting. I don't know what snacks is. I don't know what that is. Should we find out? It's a bunch of quality of life plugins. Oh, I don't care. That's not very interesting. I highly suggest you look at the snacks documentation. I'm not going to. Okay, so who knows what that is? I kind of want to stop using LazyVim. I don't like I've got this sort of like moving thing underneath me. PGO, that should say Pog. Okay, that's annoying. That's going to complain to me all the time. Pog. PGO. Let's do some regular expressions to make Jack nervous. There we go. Lovely. Can you not disable auto? I want the updates. I just don't. I want to be in control of my own system rather than using a framework, to be honest, you know. Like it changes things. It's like read the docs to see what's changed. I don't want to read the docs. I just want to like have a config that does precisely what I want it to do. And then I don't worry about the rest. So let's move this into the top. And let's remove the prefix. And whoops. Whoops. Oh no. It's all gone horribly wrong. Lovely. And do you think that works? Whoa, it opens at the bottom now? Stop changing things that I'm using. This is my problem, right? Like, I don't think I have a particular problem with the fact it opens at the bottom. That's okay, but the fact I just wake up one day and my editor behaves significantly differently is really annoying. Do I like that? It's way smaller than it used to be. Annoyed. Oh dear. Oh dear. Single quote string regardless, use blah blah blah. Okay. Okay, so in our test, so we need to change all the test code as well. So okay. Where is my test? There it is. And we can run that regular expression again. I'm using kick stack. Is that different to kick start? I quite want to try and kickstart, but I was just like, when am I going to get around to? It's the same thing. Okay, when am I going to get around to doing it? I don't know. I'm a busy sausage. Oh no, I broke everything. Oh no, what did I break? And look, it's so tiny. I can't see all the. This sucks. I can't see everything in here. It's too small. Right. Okay, I see what the problem is, but like. Cool. Yeah, I don't like this new window. It's too small. I can't see anything. Can I make it bigger and then it will... Okay. No, it always goes back to the same size. That's rubbish. That's really rubbish. Okay, cannot find this library. Can you not? Build, dev, Erlang, Pog, include. Okay. Because it's got Gleam on it. There we go. I'm going to just not use that. I think I'm just going to not use that thing. I'm going to do this. Nice. So now our FFI doesn't work because it references the old one. Yeah, nice. Nope, stop using this. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this change. Okay, this is motivating me to like actually check our Kickstart, I think. Pog FFI Connect doesn't exist, really? That seems weird. What's the thing? Oh dear. So Pog FFI Connect doesn't seem to exist. I find that strange. Connect. Pog FFI Connect. Does that file still exist? It does still exist. Let's get rid of that. Pog FFI Connect does exist? Yeah. Huh, why does it think it doesn't exist then? Hey, Secret7, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Why does it say it doesn't exist? PGO FFI. Oh. Does it still say PGO somewhere? Oh. That's inside that's in here? PGO FFI? No. PGO FFI. Oh. Oh yes, all these still say the wrong thing. Okay, that makes sense. whoops, PGO FFI should be Pog FFI. Lovely. I need to break, oh, press something. I need to break this muscle memory because it's annoying the heck out of me. Nice. Pog start link does not exist. Ah, that's because now I've accidentally gone a bit too heavy-handed with the renaming. So where's start link? Isn't in here, it's in here. So that should be PGO pull. And now Pog query, that's going to be inside the FFI again. Query, yes. Yeah, I shouldn't have done so much searching and replacing here. Oh, there's an F there. There's an F. There's another F. Oh no, there's a lot of Fs. I think maybe I meant to have started a database and I haven't. That's probably what it is. So yeah, I'm annoyed that my editor's changed on me. That's a bummer. That's a really good motivation to do a... it's a really good motivation to go through Kickstart. Maybe I'll do that. I went to, at the offices of TL Draw. They make a really cool like machine learning powered whiteboard thing. I went to their first ever side project Saturday a few days ago, which was really good. No connection available, so it is what I thought. So I got this, I got some merch, I got a water bottle, and I worked on deploying Image, which is a really nice photo management app thing. It's like Google Photos. It's a Google Photos clone, but it's open source. So I deployed that to my home server, and it's great. Now I'm one more step removed from, I'm shackled to a horrible massive corporation in one fewer ways. Excellent. So this doesn't work. Why doesn't this work? Anyway, why did I bring that up? I brought that up because maybe I could go to the next one here, and then I could make a NeoVim config with Kickstart. Maybe that's what I'm gonna do. We will see. And what am I looking for here? It's going to tell me how to run the test somewhere, I presume. Maybe not. Test. What does this say? Reset database. Let's run this file and then maybe it will do something. Okay. Hey Zed, what are you doing? Teal Drawer is so nice. I just need a table component. Yeah, it's really good, isn't it? It's still not working. Okay, so that could be that we have changed the name of the database that we're using in tests. Gleam Pog test, there we go. Yeah, so here it's PGO test. It should be Pog test. So let's, oh, I'm still opening that silly thing. Boom. Yeah, so we're pretty close to being right. Now we just have Poggify convert query is complaining about some function clause, and Pog transaction doesn't exist. So the Pog transaction one is that it should be PGO transaction. So let's fix that first. PG Pog transaction. Nice. And where was the other error? It was convert. See, like this is all fiddly because it's all externals. It's outside of Gleam code. If it was all pure Gleam, I wouldn't have all these annoying little things to debug. I wouldn't be able to make these mistakes. So convert error. Pog protocol, that's my PGO protocol, that's got to be what it is. Is this Z? I forget if you use Z or NeoVim. It's so fast with language server. My Emacs is so slow with language server. This is NeoVim. Z is also really good. If I was a GUI person, I would probably be using Z. And I would, if I was going to teach someone to program, I would give them Z. Hey, we got all the test passing. Pow! So let's make a new branch. Pog. How do you... why have I... Oh, sorry. Wrong letter. Yeah, I read all the... You read all that, didn't you? Did it look good to you? I think... Yeah, you read that. Rename to Pog. And then we can also change the version. Let's go to version 1. And let's like say we need let's say we need Gleam 1 as well. Let's play my notes. 1 second, folks. Let me play my notes. In fact, I'm going to press the advert button and then I can turn off pre-roll ads because those are really annoying for new joiners. Where's the button? Back in a sec. Press the button. Press the other button. And mute my microphone so you can't not hear me below my nose, which would be weird. Hello again. You were on Teach Stream when he was making it. Are we talking about... when you say when he was making it, are you talking about Neovem? Oh, I got a follower as well. Galileo Caesar, hello. 2 very glorious names, those. You need to do more Gleam. You do need to do more Gleam, I agree. You really do, Benito. Come on. Oh, Kickstart, nice. Hey, Tristan, hello, hello. We're working on your library. Well, we're working on bindings to your library. Tristan, who just followed, is one of the best guys in Erlang. Makes amazing libraries. Super, super cool guy. Works rebar, works on Beamup, works on Orleans and PGO and like loads and loads of fantastic stuff. What a great guy. Give him your money. Or I think he's a nice guy who doesn't solicit donations and instead says you should donate to noble causes. So donate to noble causes. Like me, donate to me. What are Erlang people called? I tend to call them Erlangers. Or Beamers. I'm a noble cause. Good, yeah, so for Tristan's benefit, the bindings to PGO is fantastic. The bindings that we wrote in Gleam are like 4 or 5 years old and has a few things that don't really stick with like how modern Gleam is done because we haven't figured out all the conventions yet. So I'm going to rename the package because it uses the old Gleam prefix name, which is supposed to be only for core packages, but this isn't a core package. It's maintained by me. Outside of, me being core, it's me personally. So we're going to rename it and we're going to give it a nicer API that's based around like builders and stuff rather than the slightly clunky one it has today. Night night, Robotics said. Have a good night. Boomers, zoomers, and beamers. Gloomers. We could be gloomers. So yeah, we're gonna write some code, and I've successfully renamed it. And I'm complaining that my editor overnight has changed behavior, so now the terminal pops up from the bottom, which I don't like because look how small it is. Like I don't need like a really wide terminal. I want a really tall terminal, It's like a massive waste of space. See, look. Terminal too small. Yeah, rubbish. Imagine describing this frustration to a non-technical family member. Yeah, I went to bed and then I woke up and then my microwave was different. Somebody replaced it with a different microwave. Is this really like where we are? Okay, there we go. I thought we had files open. Oh, look at this. Erlang. LG Dual up display is what you need. What does that mean? Like, is that just like a really big... Because I have a really big monitor. Like, my monitor's like... I say really big. I'm using a 5K monitor. But I've got the... my editor window is normally like a third of that. But because I'm streaming, I want people to be able to read the text. So I have it like really small. Just like, here's my monitor. There's my monitor. There's my text editor. So it's tiny. It's tiny. I can't fit anything in here. I'd normally like to be able to have like, I don't know, like three splits in there. Yeah, I know you. Okay, you're saying use vsplit term, but like, yeah, that's readable. Like that's even less space. Good. I've got a nice. Oh, cool. I've got like 48 characters of width. No, I wanted the old behavior where like I press a button, it popped up, and it was. Whoops. Oh, come on. It was like that, you know, so I could easily flip between them. But no, they've decided they know better than me. Oh, okay. You can not lazy. I don't want a lot of it. Like, I don't want to not get fixes and updates. I just want major user experience changes not to happen on me. Like, updating software is good. Breaking workflows is bad. You know, it is possible to simultaneously have up-to-date software and things not just like move from under your feet. Lovely. But yeah, if I was able to make my terminal window really big, you know, because if I didn't care about you folks being able to read it, then I would just have two splits, with one with the terminal in it. But I can't do that at the moment. Okay, right. Alrighto. So. PhD Horrible. Dr. Horrible is here. Doctor of Philosophy of Horrible. So I think we want to change. What do we want to change first? Do I... how are we going to do this? I think I want a builder for this. So what if it was more like config defaults oops colon dot, and then I want to capture these things, and it'd be like whatever the heck that is, and I want to replace that with friends and one. Oh, but I don't like the comma, and I'm going to put a pipe at the end. So what if that's the new way to build config? Should I have config? Or would it just be like, is that fine? Is that annoying? Do you think? I've got it pod as well. Right. Would that be a better API? I don't think the names host, port, database, and user are going to clash with any other things, but let's take a look at what is actually in that config struct, and then we can decide. Connection parameters. Yeah, it's better. Okay, cool. And Q target, Q interval, trace IP value. Because you might want to set these things individually on. Okay, so so some of these, I think you would want to set on a case-by-case basis. Hello. How's it going? Yes, it's SQL. We are updating the Postgres client to be more like modern Gleam because it's like 5 years old and it has a bunch of old you know, old ways of doing things in it. So I think I kind of want to prefix all of these builder functions with the name config. And the reason for that is that some of these chain comes down for queue, is longer. I think you will want to set the queue trace. Yeah, queue and trace. You want to be able to set on a query by query basis, I think. Is that reasonable? Can you do that? I think you can do that. I don't know. I don't know. Those are two tuples where key can be binding string. No, maybe we can. Yeah, I think we could probably get away with not having the prefix. It's just a little bit prettier without the prefix, don't you think? Like, that's nicer. Oops. Lovely. Could do the same thing here. What's going on here? Yay! I love macros, they're cool. Yay. Let's do it here again. We need extract variable. Extract variable would be such a good refactoring to have. Like, it's annoying that I got to do that. Nice. Does Gleam language server have some code actions? Yeah, it's got a bunch of code actions. I'll show you some. So let's say, for example, what would be an example? Let's go to this none constructor. I could say qualify, and that changes all the instances of where it says none in the file to say option.none, and then it's updated this import. So I'll do the same for sum as well. Let's qualify. There you go. And see, it's done all of them. We could do the same thing again. We can unqualify. Let's go to none. Unqualify. What else can we do? We can say, let's say that I've not imported the result module. So now I'm going to have some errors. Let's jump to the error. And I could say it doesn't know. This hasn't been imported. Do you mean Gleam results? Because it looks for a module where the default name is going to be results when you import it, and it looks for one that has the word has then as the as a member inside it. And then I can say import Gleam results. What other things can I do? I think I can add type annotations. What other code actions we got? We've got a bunch of little things like that. But it's you know, it's handy, all these little monotonous things you'd have to do. We do not have extract variable. I would really like extract variable. Filling missing case patterns. That's a really good example, Jack. That's probably the one I use the most. So let's import. Let's make a function. Pub fun something, and we have a. It takes a something. I'm going to say that this is, what am I going to say? Let's first compare it to, compare it to EQ, see how like it adds the order module for me. That's not a code action, but it's something it does for you. And if you now, let's say that, let's match on X. and add missing patterns, it adds all the possible values it could be, like that. Let's get rid of that, it's not used. And we can also do the, you know, qualify, unqualify stuff. I think you can also do the, yeah, import, there you go. Is there any other really good ones? You made me update my lazy vim, and personally, I like the new terminal. Yeah, I mean, I just want it to be bigger. Like, I don't mind the position. It's fine. And now I've got to go read the docs and work out how to change that. And I just, you know, that's just like half an hour out of my day. I shouldn't need to do. You know, a point of a tool is to save me time and save me annoyance, and it has done neither of these things in this case. But things being annoying is often a good motivation to go somewhere else, learn something new, do something better. Why is it complaining? Really? Have I broken the language server? No, there we go. Lovely. So my tests are failing because of all these functions that don't exist. So let's just deal with that boilerplate now and make a function for each of these, which would be really annoying. Okay. What's the way to do this? Let's do it by saying, so there's going to be a bunch of spaces, then there's going to be some name, followed by a colon, followed by the name of another thing, which is the argument it's going to take, followed by a comma. Cool, okay. So let's make a function. And it's going to have that first name. What do we call it? If we call it, it probably needs to be the same as the name of the function. There we go. And that's going to return a new config. Is it called a config? I think it's called a config. But we should probably also say it takes the config as the first argument. And then let's actually change what the thing does. So take the config and we update the whatever that thing is. Oh no, it's all gone wrong here. Look at this. Oh, that's really bad. Mangled stuff. Can I make it not do that? There we go. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? In Gleam PGO, can now Pog handle transaction? I thought it could already handle transactions. I think there's already a transaction function in this library. By the way, have you seen the Bitwarden thing ended up being a weird port? For now, it's still open source. Yes, I'm very happy with the resolution of that. Because even though I was just saying it, sometimes annoyance is good because it causes you to go and learn a new thing. I didn't really want to replace Bitwarden, so I wasn't looking forward to that. Let's save that and see if it worked. Pop. Hey, that looks like it generated more or less what I want. It's complaining about the fact I am using a syntax that was introduced in Gleam 1.4, so let's upgrade to that. Lovely. I thought it just did do that. Did I not do that? It's meant to... not sure what happened there. Okay, try this. Open the terminal, escape twice, press Control up arrow. Open the terminal, escape twice, Control up arrow. My operating system is interrupting that. Is it just resizing but without the mouse? Is that what you're saying? So I'm resizing with the mouse. My problem is that when I close it and I open it again, it's back to the wrong size. That keyboard shortcut seems to set the size. I wouldn't mind for this one stream if it would remember where I set it. It would be a problem long term, but I would be like, okay, for today it's tolerable. Let me just edit it, and then I'll just do that. But it's not doing that. Oh, my eye's a bit funny. Oh dear me. Oh no, I've only got 1 minute of pre-roll being off left. I'm gonna have to do another one. I see this in the coffee. Yeah, that's what I mean. I can configure it. I just have to go. I have to do it, and I just don't want to do it. Like, I shouldn't have to just like, oh good, there's an update. Let me work out how to undo the update. I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna like make my own config. I'm gonna make Gleam Vim. Glim. That's a nice word. Glimmer. Lovely. Okay, so I think what I want to do is, I'm happy with host. La la la, the name of the database to use, the user to connect with, password for the user. Default false? Is that true? Do we like not use SSL by default? That seems rubbish. Is that true? Oh my gosh. Should we just set that to true? Oh man, okay. I've done this update and now things just keep giving me errors for no obvious reason. I don't like that. True. What is that? Okay, let's just restart my editor. I'm not a fan. List of two tuples where key must be binary strings. You can include any Postgres connection parameter here. I want to change this API so you don't give them all at once. You give them individually. Like this. So I'm going to call it connection parameter. And I'm going to say name. It's a string, and the value is going to be a string. And connection parameters is going to be config. Name, value. I don't know why autocompletion didn't work properly then either. SSL is a pain, certs and whatnot. Yeah, but like, can't it just use the, I don't know. Maybe, is this a mistake? Should it be not? Okay. Here's my usual with this. What does PostgreSQL do? That's not what I typed. PostgreSQL. This one. Online documentation. How do I modules? I find the new layout for Elixir docs more confusing. Ops. Start option. SSL. What's the default? Do they not say what the defaults are? Setting it to true, defaults to false. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we just copy them. Okay, fine. Fine, we do it. La 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 la. SSL defaults false. 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 We got everything? Yes. Lovely. Okay, so I did the connection parameter. Connection parameters. Singular. Good. Pool size default won't. Pool size is 1 by default? Is it really? Is that the default pool size we're going for? Okay. I'm just surprised by a lot of these defaults. I mean, I'm sure they're fine, but like, I just, not what I expected. We can just add this here as well, can't we? And idle interval. Lovely. Trace. Pool size should probably be default to more like 10. I would have expected 10. Yeah, me too. I'm looking at Postgres in my other window and they say the default pool size is 1. So maybe I copied it from there. What does PGO do? Open telemetry, open census. Yeah, I think I copied this a long time ago. Postgres is 1, okay. PGO is 1. Okay, yeah. I guess, like, I mean, people always be setting it, right? Yeah, why does it say open census? Is this just like really old docs that I copied? Epic Ninja Elephant, hello. You've got an appropriate name, Elephant. Fantastic. Oh, I was saying I should maybe update it to 10. I think, yeah, maybe it's like a safer default, right? Like, I think that sounds quite sensible to me. Let's do it. Let's do like pool size is now 10. Oh gosh, I've used the word pool way too many times. Pool, there we go. Default is 10. There we go. And wasn't there another thing I said I was going to do? Can't remember what the thing was. Oh no. Oh no. Memory like a sieve. And this needs to be not config. So to do make this per query. Is that what I want to do? No, that's fine. Rose's maps. No, that's fine. Oh yes, the open census thing. It's not really open census. It's open telemetry. Open telemetry. Boo! Go away, Splunk. No one likes you. Are you searching for open telemetry? How about you give us several million pounds instead? Telemetry. Thank you, any of him. Cool. So that now works. Oh dear, what's going on here? Why have it? No. That's wrong. That's not wrong. Right, let's test it in here. Hey, it works. If it compiles, it works. Fantastic. Where did you copy this from? Just curious, since the default surprised you. Well, I did this 5 years ago, so I just remembered. I think I may have just taken the defaults from PGO, the library that this is a wrapper for. But it's just been so long, I've just not thought about it, you know. Lovely. Cool. Now I would like to change. No, let's commit. Redesign config API. Let's go to the README. Default config. Can I do the thing again? No, it's not letting me. Rubbish. I'll do it by hand. PGO. No, it's not PGO, it's called Pog. Dot that. Nice. Okay, we now have some SQL and a decoder and a way of executing things. Yeah, that's okay, I suppose. Could we make this clearer? It might be nice to get this. Might be nice to get this decoder like out the way, but maybe not. So what API do I want to have for this now? I think this should use a builder too. So I think it should be something like builder dot like SQL, and you pass in the SQL query, and then we can add what do I want to add? I could do something. Oh, I've called it PGO again. That's going to be such hard muscle memory to remove. So I could say like decoding or like returning return type. Row decoder. And then I could say executes I've done it again. I've done it again, folks. So I now need to give the parameter in. So I could say parameter pogint 1. So that's the new version of it. Yeah? Maybe something like that? Maybe that's what I want to do. Maybe. Can I think of any problems with that? I can't immediately think of any problems with that. I think that looks okay. I think that might be fine. What if someone doesn't return a returning step? Then it would be the type of the row returned would be nil. Or dynamic. I was going to say nil, but dynamic could be fine as well. Maybe nil is a little bit clearer. Yeah. I'm not sure I've got a particular opinion. I like it being nil, says Jack. Okay, cool. And that might encourage you, because like if you get a dynamic back, you might want to. Yeah, let's do nil. It can be a decoder that always returns nil. So let's get rid of that. And then this stuff looks fine to me. Oh, dear me. Get a bit tired. Oh no, my pre-roll ads are on. Okay, so I'm going to take take the world's fastest break so I can get some peanuts, and also so I can turn off the pre-roll ads because I've decided they're evil. I don't want people seeing pre-roll ads. Good. Back in a couple of minutes. Bye. I'm going to do the same one. YouTube. Bum, 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 bum. And all of you can still see me. I'm just going to walk off. Bye. Hello again. Got 20 seconds. And then we start again. I'm getting tired. What's that about? Do more exercise. Eat better. Are we back yet? 2, 1. Happy New Year. We're back. Woo, yeah. Hello, folks. Hello, hello, hello. So that is pre-roll ads off for another 40 minutes. Excellent. Excellent. People having to see ads when they join sucks, I think. Hey, Astral Serenity, how's it going, friend? What you been up to? Happy Monday. It's Monday, the best day of the week. How are we doing? I'm actually more of a Thursday person myself. Thursday's a good day. So let's try and make this API work. And I'm going to do that by breaking all my tests. Tuesday, man. Tuesday's good. Thursdays are basically Fridays, exactly. And if you're self-employed like I am, decoder. How's this going to work? Okay, so it's going to be PostgreSQL. Should I call it okay, that bit I'm not sure about. Should it be called, oh, I've got it query. That is better. That's better. Okay. Pog.query SQL. Whoops. Pog dot, what am I saying? What is it? Returning. And then I want to give it some, has it got any parameters? No parameters. Yeah, look at that. So you can remove, like remove a bunch of stuff, which I think is quite nice. Look at that. Good. I've recently started a new job. And so far it's been real good. That's fantastic. Congratulations. Finding a good job is hard and makes all the difference in the world. What is your new job? Are you writing software? Oh, that's fine. That's kind of questionable indentation, isn't it? I don't like that. Oh dear. Okay, right. Yeah, look at this mess. I don't like this. So let's change this. So it will be pog.query, and this can go pog.execute. And then we say pog.parameter. like that. But this is still roaring because this should say like returning. I can't remember what I called it now. Returning. Lovely. Good. How many more of these have we got? Oh no, there's loads of them. Oh no. Okay, so query. Nice. Software dev. .NET/TypeScript based professionally. New job is Svelte on the front end, which I'm super happy about. Svelte's good fun. I really like Svelte. Although I've not used it in a long time. I think that's like Svelte 5, and last time I used it was Svelte 1. I think it might be quite different now, but overall I thought the experience was lovely. 2 thumbs up from me. So let's add a parameter. Oh, I'm really bad at this. Okay, what was that? What did I miss? Svelte 5 is really quite good. Nice. Maybe I'll get a chance to try it one day, although it seems unlikely because I'm going to be probably using Lustre for most of my stuff at the moment because, like, it's Gleam. Got to use Gleam, eh? Red99, thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated. Look at all these lovely red. There's definitely more than 9 of them. There's 14. Can you see that? There's like little 14 errors here. Way too many. It would be nice if I had some automated way to do this, but I don't. Go to definition. Oh, it's so nice that that works. Okay, so this should be query. Why am I using string.append? God, this is so old, this code. Super duper duper old. Turning. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Lovely, that looks much better. And okay. SQL, no parameter, returning, dynamic, execute. Was that right? I think that was right. Dynamic, execute. Lovely, nice and easy. Select from unknown table. Lovely. Oh, I can get rid of these returnings because we don't care about the return type. Oh, lovely. That's cool. That's really cool. And this one, we do not care about the return type either. Nice. I like how Jack's watching this because he's got to rewrite all of his code gen. Because Squirrel generates code that uses PGO, Gleam PGO. So now I'm changing it. So, sorry, Jack. Lovely. So I'm going to need to change this one a little bit more. Say returning this fella. And I need to add a pog parameter. Is it a parameter? And let's grab this squiggle. That will make a fun stream. Oh yeah, like you can watch my stream and then you can watch the consequences of it on Jack's stream. White as Piet, I don't know, I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong. Says, I recently tried Squirrel. It's so good. Yeah, it's really good. I really like Squirrel. Squirrel is a wonderfully designed little thing. SQL. No parameters. Whoops. Excuse me. How much more of this have I got to go? We're nearly done. 19%. Excellent. Let's copy the previous one. String. And this one we don't care what we're returning. Whoa! The follow-away, thank you very much for the resubscribe. How are you doing, friend? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. The best day of the week, one might say. Very well, good. I think that might be everything. I think that might be all of the tests updated. So let's try and implement those things. Is this a language running on Beam? Yes, the Erlang virtual machine Beam. It's running on there. You're watching Iron Man 2, nice. Don't miss, this is Gleam. It is. Let's do the little sales pitch. It is not open telemetry, that's something else. It's Gleam. It's got a pink logo, that's kind of the most important thing. It is a strongly typed, very robustly typed, statically typed, all of the words typed. Functional programming with like a familiar syntax. And runs in the Erlang virtual machine, so you get the lovely concurrency, fault tolerance, introspection, all this great stuff. And then it has like modern tooling, like the language server, which I think you've seen me use during this stream. It's pretty good. And it can also compile to JavaScript, so you can also like run it in a browser or on a phone or other places where you can't do Erlang. It's really good. You should consider becoming a sponsor. And sponsor me, because I'm the maintainer. I'm the creator and maintainer of Gleam. Which largely means I just like answer GitHub issues for a living. But let's close that. Let's go back to writing code. Oh dear. FoxB17. Foxb is this one 7? Are those letters Foxb? Is it? What letter is 7? I'm sponsoring you here on Twitch. Yeah, thank you very much. I was sort of getting at everybody rather than you specifically when I was talking about sponsoring. But I've just realised I can try and do Gleam with React Native. You could do Gleam with React Native. That would be cool. Excuse me. It's T. So it's Foxbit. Ah, very nice, Foxbit. You can tell I'm not up to scratch with my elite speak. Okay, so we've got a function called exec. Excuse me, princess. So let's make a type called query, and it's going to have a return. It's going to have a row type. And the query is going to contain a few things. It's going to contain some SQL, which is going to be a string. It's going to contain parameters, which are going to be... You were the closest so far. Yes. Yes. Those are going to be value. I think that's, yes, there's a value. And it's going to return a, it's going to have a return row decoder, which is going to be, oh look, I can just copy it from here. There we go. Whoops. Whoops. There we go. It's kind of a row decoder. I think those are all the things I need for this. I think. I could be wrong. Get some nuts. What am I quoting? I think I'm quoting oh, breathe in some nuts. Oh my gosh. I think I'm quoting a Snickers advert from the 90s or something. Oh my gosh. That was unpleasant. I won't do that again. Oh dear, dear. Lovely. Okay. So let's change this execute thing to take a query, which is going to be a query. It's going to be a query. It's going to be a query. Oh dear. And a connection pool. Okay. That looks good to me. What does run query do? Oh, it sounds, oh, okay. So let's parameters. Yeah, let's make them opaque. Just then we know people won't mess with it. So we need to reverse the list of parameters because we're going to prepend them when we add them, so they're going to be backwards. And I've called them arguments here, but I don't want to call them that. I want to call them parameters. And let's get the SQL. That's going to be query.sql. Let's just inline that one, shall we? Lovely. This field does not exist. It does not have any fields. That's not true. I can see it. It's right here. Under type T. Oh, yes, because it's meant to be row type. Now it works. And row decodior. Lovely. Right, so now we need to make some functions for these things. So, for example, we need the first one that was called query, I believe. And it returns a query of nil. So SQL is as it was. The param. Why is it doing that? Okay. Parameters. That's going to be an empty list. And the row decoder, that's going to be a function which takes anything and always returns nil. Oh, sorry, it always returns okay nil. There we go. So it's always returning nil. Are you making an ORM? I am updating the bindings to the Postgres client we have. So it's not an ORM because it's much simpler than that. It's just a relative, well, it's a database. It's just a database client. It doesn't have any ORM features on top of it. I didn't kill myself with the nuts that time. That's good. To do document. So the next thing we want to have is one that is returning, and it takes a query, and it's going to take a it's going to take a T1 old row type, and it's going to take a decoder, which is a decoder of a new row type. New row type. That's a bit verbose. Maybe we just call it like T1, T2, T2. So we're going to do the same thing again. You got a woohoo. Lovely. And the next one, yes, is going to be the parameter one. I'm always spelling that wrong. Parameter, which is going to be a value. Nice. Oh no. Oh, it's because it still said T2, which is wrong. Is that everything? Is that everything? I think that might be everything. Push a new query parameter value for the query. Oops. Set the decoder to use to get to use for the type of row returned by executing this query. If the decoder is unable to decode the row value, then the query will return an error when executed. From the exec function. Have been run against the database. Lovely. Is my mouse not working? There we go. And create a new query to use with the returning exec and parameter functions. Lovely. Does this now work? No! Oh, there's like all sorts of things that are just wrong here now. Okay. Oh, I missed this test entirely. Okay. Bit rubbish, isn't it? Whoops. And here we go. Whoops. V inside B. Fantastic. Is there more errors? There is more errors. Okay. Don't need that. SQL. How is the CodeCrafter thing supposed to work? I clicked on it, looked at the prices, but it doesn't seem to apply the 40% discount. I don't know. I'm not sure. I've not looked at it in a little while. Good question. Let's click on it and see what happens. Where's my Safari? There's Safari. So I've got my referral link for CodeCrafters. Let me put it here. If we want you to try CodeCrafter, sign up is free. 40% off if you upgrade. I'm not sure where it shows up. I mean, you could try contacting them. I don't know what the... Yeah, I've already got an account, so I can't really go through the flow again. You can't accept your own referral offer. Damn! So I guess it's just already there, I guess. I don't know. Can I do it recursively? It's like, it's a human... It's a... It's not a human pyramid. It's not a human pyramid? No. It's not a... What do you call it? It's not a pyramid scheme. It's a ring scheme. It's a little ring buffer. Just constantly giving myself slightly less money or something. A snake scheme and a robber scheme. Can try with an incognito tab and see the flow. I can't because it uses GitHub to sign up. And I've only got one GitHub account. Oh, I've said exec. I've said it's called exec, but it's not. It's called execute. What's going on here? There we go. We still have an error here. We're pretty close to having it correct. Except I keep spelling that wrong. Oh. Oh, we didn't put the decoder in. Ooh. Okay, let's see if that works. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Whoa! Sick. And we have a diagnostic saying this is unused. And that's it, right? Nice. Nice. I think that might be an improvement. Is that good enough? Is there any other things we want to change about this? Is this the Gleam PGO package? Yes, but it is being renamed as well because it uses the discouraged naming pattern of Gleam underscore. That's for core packages. This is not a core package. It's by me personally rather than me in the capacity of the core team. So it's not going to be called that anymore. But it was PGO. Are there other things we would like to change about this API? Oh, I want to add time types. Lovely. Okay. So let's commit that. Query rework query API. Should really like do this as well. I'm gonna try and get this out today, so that would be 11. Oh, that's quite a nice sound. Renamed to Pog. Configuration and query API redesigned. Hey, winner, thank you very much. Thank you. Really appreciate the Prime sub there. Yeah, stuff Basil say. Change log. What am I gonna do? I am going to have a bathroom break, and then we'll come back and we'll try and implement some time types, which I think could be kind of interesting. Because at the moment it's using Erlang tuples, and I think Erlang tuples are rubbish, frankly. So, back in a few ticks. Where's the button? Where's the other button? There we go. Back in a sec. Hey, hey, I don't know who can hear me, but I'm back. Oh, excuse me. I presume some of you are watching the advert. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Maybe if I open it in another... Oh, let's close my door. Maybe I could watch my own stream and work out what it's like, eh? Twitch. Oh no, there's no advert. Huh, so how does that work then? Why didn't I see an advert when I joined? Wait, can we make it more? Can we make it recurse more? Come on, recurse more. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Ooh. Ooh. All right, enough of that. Enough of that. Good. Okay, so we want to have some time types as well, because at the moment it returns Erlang tuples. Not into that. Not into those. Let's go. So, what are the time types? Recursively, yeah. Iteratively. What's going on over here? People with noisy cars. Do I want to do this here? Do I want to do that later? Yeah, I'll do it here. Okay, so I want to have a new type. And that type is going to be called... let's go to the Postgres. So, PostgreSQL time types. Hello, very dumb dev. I suspect your name is incorrect. I don't believe you're very dumb. I don't believe it. So what do we got? We've got a timestamp. We've got a date. We've got an interval. Oh, interesting. Who's my mods? Someone please ban them. How do I? I'll do it. Why is the mod button so close to the ban button? That's really silly. Bye. Bye. You're banned. Bye. Okay, cool. So we've got some time types. What do we got here? See you later. See you later. We got an interval, which I think we can probably just like defer for now. We've got a time with no dates. Okay, that seems sensible. It's Monday. It is Monday. Well spotted. So what do we want? Okay, which one should we make first? The dates? The time? So here's a question, right? You can have time with zone, time without zone. We're only going to implement without zone. The reason for that is that, why is that? Because PGO, the underlying library, only supports without zone, which is a problem, but we'll gloss over that for now. But we need to plan for the fact that it will soon, if somebody does it, have time zone support. For the Postgres slots, we do not recommend the time type with zone. Postgres assumes your local time zone with any time turning date or time. I disagree with the Postgres documentation there. I disagree very strongly with the Postgres documentation there. But that's neither here nor there. There are multiple ways to approach handling time zones in your application. The Postgres people think you should let Postgres automatically do it for you. I don't agree with that. But we want, because this is a database client, we need to support people doing both. So we need to have both APIs. So the question is, what should we name the date type that has a time zone and the one that doesn't have a time zone? I'm not sure. do we call, so in Elixir they call the one without a time zone naive, and the one that has a time zone doesn't have a prefix, it's just called date. No time and yes time. Date, Z and date. Oh, I guess we could put a Z on it. It's a bit cryptic, that, isn't it? How about zoned date? Zoned date? Date with zone is quite clunky for the name of a data structure, I think. I'm sort of leaning towards zoned date at the moment. What do you think? Kind of time and actually time. Very good. Time with zone, time without zone. Copy Elixir and call it naive. Naive zone. What does gtempo do? Gtempo. I like this library, it looks very nicely made. So they have a date time. Oh, okay, so where do the data structures get defined? Here we go. So a date time. They've got, okay, so they use naive. They use naive. Okay. It would be nice to stick closer to the Postgres lingo, wouldn't it? What does the little p mean? Does it say that somewhere that I don't know? If both fields and p are specified, what's p though? P is an optional precision. Oh, okay. 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 If you say just timestamp, which one does it give you? Oh, so this, okay. So without is the default, and if you want a time zone, you need to explicitly say, okay, that makes sense. Okay, so let's have a timestamp, a time, and a date, and then we can have a timestamp zoned and time zoned. Cool, I'm happy with that. But the zoned ones will have to come later because we don't have support for that in PGO yet. Time zoned is close to time zone. Do you foresee that being a problem? To do add time and timestamp with zone once PGO supports them. So we want to make some data structures. So what do we want? We need to have we need to have time. We need to have time stamp. We need to have dates, and we need to have decoders for these. Decoder. We need to have parameter function. Nice, right. This is something you'd lose half an hour. You won't, because Gleam will tell you about the mistake, which is quite lovely, and it will also give you a way to fix it. That's the nice thing about using a language based around static analysis. Gleam is designed to make things easy, regardless of what things you find tricky. It's not one of those you're on your own languages. So let's make a date. And what will a date have? A date is going to have year, month, and day. I presume. That would make sense, wouldn't it? So year, int, month is an int, and day is an int. Lovely. And we're going to want to have time as well. Time. We should have hour, minute, second, and microsecond. Something like that. And then we want to have timestamp, which would be time, date, time, like that. Cool. How many microseconds are in a second? Excuse me. So we want to have a date decoder. Lovely. Right, so let's get rid of, whoops. And we need some parameter functions as well. What about having a timestamp variant for Unix, like, well, as in a number of, I mean, that's just an int, right? Like you wouldn't need anything special in the database client. You just pass it in as an int. Hey, this username does not exist. How are you doing? Good to have you. How is your Monday going? Yeah, I think for Unix timestamps, you just use ints. So like, we don't need anything special. It's not called datetime, is it? It's called timestamp. And how do the parameter functions work? We do a bunch of coercing. Okay. Oh, there's a timestamp on. Gonna need to change that. Anu515, thank you very much for the follow. Oh, Ilya Scar 0, did you follow and I didn't thank you? I'm very much sorry for that. I think I must have missed you while I was doing something else, but great to have you. And we've also got Bagaponte, thank you. If I have one more follower, I'll have the same number of followers as the year I was born. Big year for me. Very big year. Just got into Gleam, loving it. I'm building a Memcache client right now. That's really cool. And that would be genuinely really useful. Like, really be sure to share that once you've got it. That'd be really cool. So these are close to what I want. Look at them. So let's add one for time. And we're going to change this to be a timestamp. And we're going to change this to be a date. And we're going to change this to be a time. Yay! But these are wrong. Excuse me. Yeah, these are wrong. Because the structure is not what PGO expects. So let's add a private function called coerce value. Oh, I will have a fair amount of free time soon. What sort of missing useful library can I contribute to the Gleam ecosystem? What a great question! Thank you very much. So as always, the best thing to work on is something that you personally are interested in or will use. So if there's something that you can personally get excited about, or can solve a problem for you, or can just use in your life in some way, work on that, even if it's not something that will necessarily be used by the most people. However, if you still want some ideas for things to work on, go to GitHub, Gleam lang, say hello to this little fella, hello, and then go over to Projet, go over to the Projet section, and click on Gleam SaaS Ecosystem. And in here, you can find a bunch of ideas for libraries that, that we think would be generally useful in people's businessy applications. Because a big push we're doing at the moment is we want Gleam to be fantastic for people to start making their sort of SaaSy web, business programming. I think that's where we're going to make our first foothold. So we want to have all the pieces there. We've largely got, loads of stuff that you would need, but there's always more things you can add. So the other stuff would be nice. I've sort of started that one, so I'll start that in progress. I think Peter has done that one. Come on, load. Good, it's closed. Good. But there's loads and loads of bits and bobs. I think there's actually a text internalization library already as well. And adding streaming to HTTPC would be fantastic if we can figure out how to do that. It's going to be something to do with messages and processes, I think. Yeah, there's lots of good. I would really like a Let's Encrypt client. That would be really useful, because you could imagine we could just deploy Gleam applications to a Linux server and just have it talk to Let's Encrypt directly and serve assets directly and not have to do any of the other infrastructure stuff. That would be really cool. It's a good resource for learning about actors and stuff. Not like specific to Gleam. I would say the best way to do that is to read the books written about Erlang or Elixir, because it all transfers across. Ben, whose screen name I can never remember because it has a bunch of letters in it, wrote a really good short intro to actors and things in Gleam, which was quite good. Is email client taken? You can always make an email client, SMTP client. For this one, there's a library called Gen SMTP in Erlang, and I would probably write bindings to that. That would be how I would approach it. So that could be done. That'd be really useful. It'd be really good to have a sort of like higher level email system, which rather than just being a bare client, there's a bit more frameworky, for lack of a better word, that would enable you to, in development, rather than sending emails, it stores it in memory or writes it to the file system or something. So you could open those emails in dev and just say, oh look, this email was sent to this thing. So you don't need a real email client. That could work nicely. There's lots of little bits and bobs. So all these sort of things. Another thing you can do is you can go to Gleam, click on Gleam again, go to issues, and then there's lots of bits and bobs in here. And a lot of these are Rust work because they're in the compiler, but some are not. So there's lots of things to be getting on with. But whatever takes your fancy is the most important thing. Another thing that's just really good is making applications, like make real world, make things in Gleam, and this will either serve as something we can share about and get a bit of excitement about. That's fun, especially if you can write up a sort of user experience report about it after the fact. That's really great. Blog posts are super impactful because people share them around. Every blog post that gets written is a chance for it to go around Reddit and Hacker News and all these places and get loads of new eyes on Gleam, and remind people who are not in the ecosystem yet that Gleam's here's happening. It's all very exciting. And it may also be that in making an application, you make something really cool that could be extracted. I think a lot of the best libraries are not designed, as a library from scratch. Instead, you have an application, you solve a problem inside the application, then you go, well, there I've written code that does this. And that would be useful to other people too. And then you extract it out, and you know that it works well because you've used it in a real thing. So there's loads of ways you can do stuff. Martin Fowler's writings, I'm not sure it applies to Gleam actors so much, really. Currently using the Plunk email client in Gleam. It's quite nice. Which one's that? See if I can remember. Email. Just a test. Oh, this is the one that got deleted, and I need to manually delete it from the database. That's so annoying. Plunk. This one. Lovely. It'd be nice if it had the word. It'd be nice if this had the word. Is it an email sender? Email data. You need Plunk. I don't know what Plunk is. It'd be nice if it said what Plunk is. If you make a library that's like, this is for working with X. Oh, it's an email file. Write what the email is. Sorry, write what the thing does. This should say the word email somewhere in the description so people can find it and understand what it is a bit better. Maybe it's too soon to contribute to Gleam itself, I guess, even if I'm good at Rust. I don't think so particularly. There's always time to. There's always lots of space for contributions inside the compiler, inside the ecosystems, in packages, all sorts of. There's loads of stuff. Just get stuck in and have fun. Okay, so anything to value. So for the time one, we're going to need to. So time's the most complicated one, so we'll do that later. Lovely. So let's run this, and the tests will fail now. Oops. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Let's find our tests. pgo.timestamp. What's it complaining about? Oh yes, because this is not a pog.timestamp, which would be a pog.date, and a pog.time. Lovely. I apparently have a decode. Oh, okay. I've called them decoders rather than decode. Let's go back to as they were. Decode timestamp. This should return a the result of timestamp. Oh, Evo Huns, thank you very much for the follow, my friend. That's a lovely error message it's got here. So this would be like a list of decode error. Doesn't even need to be that. So let's do the same thing here. But this would be a date, but spelt not wrong. And do we not have a decode? We've got a decode date, we've got a decode timestamp. We need to decode time as well. Decode time. Lovely. Very nice. So let's fix these. We don't want a tuple 2. We want a... Oh, newbie's waking up. Hello, good boy. I want to take a photo of him, but I'm using my camera, so I can't do that. I need a second phone, actually. I need to buy a second iPhone and use that to stream with. Hello, baby. You want to come say hi to everybody? He looks real cute. I wish I had a camera. Oh, wait, I do have a camera. Come on. World's rubbishest screen on this camera, so it won't look amazing. Do. Hey, newbie. You look really weird in a fisheye. Newbie. You're far too dark. I can't see you. Right, I'm going to be able to show you this. Wow, this looks... Don't use a fisheye lens really close up, folks. It looks dreadful. But there he is. Oh no, in the green screen. Right, let's turn off... Let's get a big. Turn off the green screen. How do I do that? Webcam. No. Filters. There we go. Chroma key gone. Right, now you can see. Look at my little boy. Look how cute he is. Come on, focus. Oh, what a gorgeous boy. Sitting in a bookcase. Oh. That's quite nice, actually. I quite like that. It's a shame about the fisheye distortion, but ignoring that, it's pretty good. Lovely. Okay, and back. Kitty. I'm surprised my viewership didn't go up by 100 when I was doing that. Do you like my little So I guess I'm a cyclist. I know, right? So I frequently have people in cars attempt to murder me. It's great. You should cycle. I don't know why people, as soon as they get in a car, decide to be a complete arsehole. But they do. So you should have a little camera and you can just wear it around your neck. And when they try and murder you, then you can report them to the police. Or if they're about to murder you, go, what do you think you're doing, mate? You want to do that on film? And then they back off. I really don't understand why people in cars are such arseholes. I think it's something like depersonalization, some depersonalization that you experience when you're inside 3 tons of steel. It's just so impersonal. Anyway, let's write some code before this turns into a bike stream. Decodes. What is this? This is a timestamp, so it's decode 2, and it's going to be element 0. It's going to be a decode date. And this is going to be a decode time. Lovely. Oh, but I need to pass in the timestamp constructor. Date says that should say time. Let's do something similar here, but it's going to be 3. We want a date. Nice. I agree. It's way better to hit someone with your fist than with a car. Much more personal coming from a fist, lol. I mean, it's true. You are much less likely to accidentally murder somebody by hitting them with your fist. If you're ever so angry you think you're going to start a fight, don't hit them with a car, hit them with a fist. The other thing is I find people really the other thing I see with road rage is that people are much more likely to attempt to strike a person than they are a car, which I find really weird. Like, someone will much more happily punch someone in the face than they will smash a car window, which I don't understand. Because, like, a car window is replaceable with a small amount of money, and a bodily injury may stay with that person for the rest of their life. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, just don't attack people in general, but, like, people have their priorities all wrong. People take, like, objects way too seriously, and they don't take people anywhere near seriously enough. Dynamic.int. Hey, cool, that works. Time's going to be tricky because the last value can be a float or an int, which is going to be annoying. So, int or float. How am I going to do this? It's going to be really annoying. Seconds decoder. Let's make a function for that. So we want this to return some seconds and some milliseconds, microseconds. I can't remember what the unit is now. The Postgres doc says microsecond. Microsecond is, what is that? That's like kilos 1,000. Is it like, oh, what was that? So it's like a millionth of a second. Is that the idea? As a cyclist, you must love the Tesla Cybertruck and its very human design. I don't live in the United States, so I will never see a Cybertruck. That thing is not legal in any other country. It's way too unsafe. So what do we want to do here? We want to say, how's this going to work? I'm getting a bit confused here now. Right, so we want to, first off, just try and do dynamic dot int of the value, and in the event that that succeeds, we want to return just the seconds and no microseconds. In the event that it is an error, we want to try something else. We want to try case dynamic dot float of the value, and if that succeeds, we do something with it. If it doesn't succeed, we just return the error. Okay. So what's the thing that we do if it succeeds? We want to get the int portion. So we do no, it's float dot floor to int round. Yep, there we go. And microseconds is going to equal to, is there a function for just getting the like the fractional part? Oh, I could subtract the floor from it. Floor and sub? Yeah, let's do that. So that would be I minus floored. Then we translate by a million. Hey, baby. That's 1,000. That's million. Is that right? Oh, that's an int? Why is that an int? It's like oh, hello, baby. Let me let the cat out. I misread the error message. Off you go. Go have fun. Bye-bye. I forgot the little point at the end. Look at this lovely red color, right? And then we just return, okay, seconds, microseconds. Nice. So we now want to get out of here. Oh gosh, stop that. Decode seconds. I forgot to put okay. The second one is a float. Oh, because I've got to round it. Nice. And so if we get back some things, this would be hour, minute, second, microsecond. Did I call it? Is that what I called it? Should these have S's on the end? Like minutes, microseconds? What do you think? Should it be singular or plural for the names of the fields? Probably yes. Probably plural is what you're saying? Hours. Yeah, that sounds better, doesn't it? Hours. And minute. Minutes. Micro. Should we do it here as well? Oh, I didn't bother writing the labels in this one. Okay. So, and what about like year, month, day? That's still okay for singular? Then I mean, there's multiple days. I bet it's not the count, it's like it's the index or something, isn't it? Right. So in this case, we want to return a time of hours, minutes, seconds, microseconds. Yeah. And in the event of an error, nice. So now we just need to update all the places where we were talking about dates. Pog. Lovely. So this is going to be a timestamp. This is going to be a pog.date. Time. Pog.time. Oh no, this is a date. Same thing again here. Pog.time. Do. Oh, are we done yet? Right. So we have a difference, and that's interesting. Okay. What was the thing it was complaining about? How did this work? Oh, because it okay. Okay. I see. Okay, so I'll fix that test in a moment, but we don't have any. Why didn't any tests fail with, oh no, they did. They did fail with to-dos. Okay, that's good. So this thing, we want to coerce value and the date is pretty easy. It's just the date, it's just the year, then the month, and the day. Hey, who's that? Hey, Chiropractical. Hello, friend. How's things going? Time is going to be a little more complicated because we need to do the inverse of that thing. We need to do the inverse of the other thing. So how are we going to do that? We are going to do excuse me. So coerce value, this is going to be time. So time dot hours, time dot minutes, and then we're going to put seconds. Seconds is going to be equal to, it's just going to start by saying that the int of seconds is going to be a float. But then we need to add the microseconds. Times, no, divided by? How do we do this? Is it just million again? Yeah. Really? Date dot minutes? Oh, time. Time. Woohoo. Hey, Dave SNX, thank you very much. How was I not following you? I am silly. Yes, you are silly. Why are you not following me? Hello, good to have you. And thank you again, Dave. Really appreciate it. It's been a pretty good day for subs. Pretty good. Oh, I've just noticed we've blown past my birthday. We're now in 1994 instead of 1991. Damn. I mean, don't unsubscribe. That would be bad. Or don't it's not subs, it's followers. What, 1994? Golden age of British dance music. Lots of really good jungle music came out then, and breakbeat, hardcore, and all that jazz. So, like, still pretty good. So, coerce value. If we want a timestamp, we are going to pass in date. Timestamp. Date. Timestamp dot date. And what's the other one? Time stamp dot time. Lovely. Let's see what this does. Oh dear. Oh no. I don't know why. What does that say? What's the error there? Shut down error. I think that might just be a. Oh no. Oh no, it was just like a little transient error. It's because the test framework's not very good. Oh, it wasn't doing that before though. Now it's doing it like a bit. My laptop's getting a bit warm, to be fair. So we're now complaining that the number of microseconds is wrong in that test, but that's fine. Let's go fix that. It's this one. So let's say it is that many. And to do that, we're going to need to add that, I think, at the time. So let's try that. Yeah, so we've got microseconds being handled correctly. Nice. I was curious about how the test run works. It works by running, it's using a library called GleeUnit, and GleeUnit is a wrapper around eUnit, which is the Erlang test framework, which is fine. It's not amazing. The Elixir one, XUnit, in my opinion, is better. I think it would be nice if we had a little bit of a better one. Is Pog a wrapper around PGO? Yes, Pog is, so there's the library Gleam _ PGO, which is an old wrapper around PGO, which is the Erlang library. And it uses its API and its naming convention and things are all quite dated because it was made 5 years ago. And so I've been updating it to modern Gleam conventions, sensibilities and stuff like that. And I'm also adding a time type because it was still using the Erlang time tuples, which are fairly confusing to work with, I think. So I think this makes it a little bit more straightforward. Is there a way to use Elixir libraries in Gleam? You just add them as a dependency and then you import them. Gleam, the build tool, has full support for compiling Elixir. So you can have Elixir dependencies, you can put Elixir modules in your code, you can do all this stuff. Like Gleam is all about interop. Sadly, it doesn't go the other way around. Elixir's build tool doesn't have any support for Gleam yet, but hopefully some point in the future it will. So you can just say like Gleam add the name of some Elixir library. I'll add that. And I'll say like Gleam build. You don't have to explicitly say build normally because like running Gleam test or Gleam run or anything will call build for you. But just for the sake of demonstration, I call builds. I do that. It says compiling JSON. That just compiled a load of Elixir code for you. Let's just remove it though because we don't actually use it. There you go. So you just use any Elixir you want. The only caveat is Elixir has a feature called macros, and they can, by design, Elixir macros can only be used inside Elixir. So if you're using Erlang or Gleam or LFE or any other language, you won't be able to invoke macros in those languages. So you will need to, you could add like, if you're writing a Gleam project, you could add a small Elixir module that calls the macros, generates whatever code the macros generates, and then you can call that generated code if you want to, but you can't use the macro system in another language because it's like super tied into the Elixir language. It's not really intended to be used from other places. Do you think Gleam could use a good ORM, or are we more SQL purists here? I think there's possibility for someone to make an ORM. I personally am in Team SQL. My favourite little middle ground is Squirrel. A really lovely project called Squirrel, where you... Oh, look at this lovely video that Jack made. Can I make it bigger? Here we go. So you have your program, you write your SQL, your squiggle, your squirrel, and then you run squirrel, like so, and it type checks your code against the database for you, and then it gives you a way to like call that query as a function, and then it handles all like the parameter types, it handles like what the return type would be, and can add documentation for you. It's a really nice library. It's like the camel thing Tej did. I don't remember if Tej's one uses the database to type check or if he has a SQL type checker. But yeah, it came first. We stole the idea from Rust. Rust has got a library that does this called SQLX. And there are existing type checkers there are existing like tools like this, like SQLC is a big one. That's Go. And they use the technique of like parsing the SQL and then writing a type checker for SQL. I don't like this approach because you end up really limiting yourself what SQL you can use. You can only use this subset of SQL that is supported by that library. I don't like that. I want to be able to use all of the language, be able to do anything in it, and I want it to perfectly line up with my database version and the schema. And you can't do that unless you use the database. But it turns out Postgres is really good at type checking Postgres. Who would have thought? So you just go, hey Postgres, can you type check this code for me, please? And then it gives you back the results, and then you can bind stuff to it. He type checks SQL. Yeah, I don't like the type check SQL approach because it's just too limited. You can only use really basic SQL on it. And like SQL is like really powerful, and almost every application I've ever worked on professionally has basically used SQL like 101, like the stuff you would learn in a introductory course. But SQL is capable of so much more. Not that I'm very good at SQL, but like that's because we never use it. It'll be like if If you're using like a framework that says, yeah, you can write Elixir code, but you can only use these modules, you'd be like, that's rubbish. I want to use all of it. I'm using a VS Code plugin called Run on Save to generate the Gleam PGO code whenever I save an SQL file. It's fantastic to give a squirrel. Yeah, I really like those sort of workflows. Really nice. I'm wondering like if there would be something kind of like formal or built in to Gleam that does that at some point in the future, but I don't know. Did these tests pass? I don't remember. Gleam test. Yay, they did. Okay. I think that might be it, folks. I think we may have successfully Postgres. Very good. We are so back. Yeah. So let's update the changelog one last time. Introduced the time, date, time, and timestamp types. Lovely. Well, I'm very happy with that. I think this is going to be a big improvement to working with Postgres and Gleam. I think it's going to be really nice, especially the tuple change. There's still a few bits and bobs that we could improve. I think we could do some improved stuff around how TLS is verified. That would be nice. We need to be able to do times with zone. That would be really useful. But that might be about it. And updating Squirrel to support this new API would be really good as well. But yeah. So, dates and times. Boom. Wicked. Right. I think now is a good time. Since I've only got 50 seconds without ad roll left, let's do one of them raid things. What is it called? I can't remember. Who's online? Who I follow? Janet's online. I think we did Janet recently though, so like maybe we should do someone else. I can start streaming. Oh, perfect. We can do the baton pass to Jack. That's just so excellent. Let's do it. Amazing. So you've watched me now cause a bunch of problems for Jack because Jack is the maintainer of Squirrel. Squirrel depends upon Gleam PGO, and I've broken it. So I can pass over to Jack when he comes online, which will be in a few minutes, I think. And then I can publish the changes. Oh, actually, let's make sure that while Jack's coming online, let's actually make sure that the tests pass and all that jazz. Let's make a pull guest. Oh no, you can't merge. Oh no, I may have made a mistake. Poggers. Oh no, why does it say I can't merge? Okay, we're getting. We've got a rebase problem. Yes. Okay, that didn't seem so bad. Ah. Bit confused by that. Good. Right, let's push that. That's bought Jack a little bit of time to get ready as well. So let's see if the test pass. If the test pass, then we can merge it, and then I can publish it and try not to leak my hex password on stream. That would be really sad. That would make me ever so sad. Come on, come on. Come on, I believe in you. That does make me laugh. That's good. I think it should be okay. Like the APIs are equivalent. I think from Jack's point of view, this hasn't made it particularly It should be pretty about the same for Jack, I think. Okay. Did it work? Yay. Nice. Okay. Let's do a really quick check and make sure it works. Pog. Version 1. Okay, that to do is because PGO doesn't support zones yet. That's fine. We didn't document the fact the pool size is now 10. So, and is there already an issue on PGO for zones? Yes, there is. Yeah, I think it wouldn't be too hard to add as well. I could probably work on that soon. That would be awesome. That'd be really cool. I'm not sure exactly what the data structure should be to return it, but I'm sure it won't be too challenging. Lovely. That looks really good. And fantastic. I can't approve my own pull request. That's a bit rude, isn't it? Oh, and Tristan's still here. Hey, excellent. Let's just merge it. Let's not wait. How you doing, Jack? Are you nearly ready? Oh, sorry, I've just realised I've been scrolling in the wrong window. Oh my gosh! Well, you just watched me like look at. I just scrolled through code and went, yeah, fine. Jack's ready. Well, Jack, get on Twitch, and then I'll do the raid. Hi, welcome to the Gleam streaming day. Fantastic. I'll tweet it and everything as well. Let's go. It's cool. Look, we've got so much Gleam programming. We can go like. It'd be cool if we could do. It'd be cool if we could get like sufficient people writing Gleam, so one day we could like just bat and pass throughout the entire day and cover an entire day in Gleam streams. That would be really rad. We need more Gleam streamers. One viewer. Let's get involved. It's Jack. Jack's watching me. Yeah, right. Are you ready, folks? Gleam conf. Gleam Twitch conf. Now, everyone be really nice to Jack because he's the best. Or be really mean, I don't mind. Just like, so long as you interact, it's fine. I'm making a game backend. I could totally make a stream of it. That'd be awesome. I think we should just like... Channel has follower and subscriber only chat. Wow, okay, so like Jack's trying to stop us from being mean to him. I think that's a bit rude. Right, anyway, thanks for coming everyone. I've had a really lovely time. Do go and check out Jack's stream. And if you're on YouTube, you're just going to have to go onto Twitch, I think. So I'll see you around. Have a lovely time. Good luck, have fun, so on and so forth. Bye. Bye-bye. And YouTube, check out Jack's stuff right now. Right now. Bye.